Areas to improve, in your opinion, guys, and I'm going to actually shift gears here. So this is what I want you to do. Areas to improve in the brokerage we often talk about, and oftentimes I get a quiet nothingness. So I want you on a piece of paper to write down this, what I'm going to tell you, and then draw a line next to it and make a list. You ready? So let's start off with scripts. Write down on your piece of paper scripts and then draw a line next to it.
Like this line or this line?
Horizontal. Okay. Paperwork / contracts. Next one, CMAs. Next one, marketing. Next one, closing. Next one, lead gen. Next one, lead conversion. Next one is habits. Morning routine. And finally, systems. So let's talk about gap analysis, okay? Guys, oftentimes we talk about things we need to improve or whatever, and it's very broad. It's something throughout the brokerage or that we have to improve as a whole. So today I'm going to challenge you with, what do you have to improve individually? And so this is what I want you to do. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would like to know, and this is for you, it's not, I guess I don't want to know, but I want you to identify, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rank on your scripts? Be very honest with yourself. 1 being, I don't know what I'm doing. 10 being, I am a script master. Paperwork. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you on your paperwork and your contracts? CMAs and market analysis. What I'm getting at is this, guys. When you list a property or when you do a market analysis, or for that matter, when you walk a property on tour, are you at all close when the property sells on what it's actually going to sell for? Or are you way off? On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you about your market analysis and knowing what things are going to sell for? What's your number? Okay. Marketing. How are you on marketing yourself and your properties? Closing. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rank yourself at your closing? And what I mean by closing, guys, is when you're in that house with the buyer or the seller, when you're with the buyer, you say, on a scale of 1 to 10, how does this house rank? Great. Why don't we make an offer moving forward? When you're with the seller, it's, hey, when do you want to get started on the listing agreement? Oh, look what I found in my packet, a listing agreement. Let's go ahead and sign it. Right? Lead generation. How are you at on your lead generation scale of 1 to 10? Some of us need to be generating 3 leads a day. Some of us only need to generate 1. So how are you on your lead generation? Lead conversion. How are you at on your lead conversion? Which means from the time that you get somebody's name and telephone number to the time that you get them in for an appointment and or a contract signed, which lead conversion includes your hours of power, your follow-up, and all that other type of stuff. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you at on your lead conversion? Habits. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you at your habits? For example, if I don't do my hour of power, guys, I kind of feel dirty throughout the day. Okay? It's a habit. It's something I do. So, how are you on your habits? Are your habits productive? Do they help you accomplish your goals? Scale of 1 to 10, how do they rank? Morning routine. Scale of 1 to 10, how is it? Do you find yourself doing the same things to get yourself ready for work every morning? And last but not least, systems. Do you find yourself stressed out like I was this morning? I had this offer, and I know this offer is coming in, this offer is being negotiated, and I had to send out this counter offer, and I thought, I can't wait till Sheena gets here. That's my system. All right, so now you've identified all of your kind of these areas that you work in and you operate in. You've given yourself an assessment, right? So my question is, guys, look at the two lowest numbers on that list. What are the two lowest numbers on that list, right? And the reason I'm asking this, guys, is because if your lowest number is, let's say, lead conversion, what would happen if you were a 6 at lead conversion and you just got up to a 7? What would happen to your income? It would increase. How much would it increase? Would it just increase a little bit, or would it increase a lot?
Hopefully a lot.
Okay. Guys, something that I wanted to let you know about, and this comes from Brian Tracy, is how much better do you have to be than the other real estate agents? How much better do you have to be than the other real estate agents that you're competing against?
In Gallup, not that much.
Grants and Gallup, pretty much the same thing.
So my question is, how much better do you need to be? Do you need to be 10 times better?
You need to be 5 times better.
Olga says you need to be 5 times better. Guys, I want to put this into perspective for you. When we're talking about horse racing, everybody's familiar with horse racing, right? Yes? Run around the track. They don't chase the bunny, that's dogs. They run around the track. And my question for you is, the first place winner wins 10 times the amount of the money as the second place winner. Am I right? Yes? Does the first place winner have to be 10 times better?
No.
No. What determines sometimes at the horse races the difference between the first place and second place winner?
The last few seconds? Or the last lap?
Sometimes it's just a nose. You guys have heard of the photo finish, right? And they take a photo finish, and sometimes it's just that much better. But this is the thing, guys. If you're this much better than the agents you're competing against, what ends up happening?
People would rather work with you.
They decide to go with you, even if you're just a nose better. So what I've given you here is, what are the areas that you have to work on in your business? Over the next 30 days, if you looked at this and said, whatever it is, maybe it's scripts, right? And if you're saying, man, I'm having a hard time on scripts, what would happen if over the next 30 days you just made a commitment to get better at scripts? What would happen to your business?
It would progress, it would raise up a little bit.
It would raise up a little bit, and then guess what you would have to do again? Another gap analysis to see where your weak area was. Am I right? And then whatever that weak area is, you circle it, and you work on that for the next 30 days, and what happens to your business? Right? It continues to get better. So let me ask you guys, without revealing your numbers and stuff, what are some of the areas that you have to work on? Kevin, what's some of the areas that one of the areas that you circled that you might need to work on?
I have like 3.
Just give me one. Scripts.
Paperwork, and lead generation.
Okay, Kevin was very forthcoming. He said scripts, paperwork, and lead generation. What if you just picked one or two of those? I understand there's 3 in there. And here's a thought. Your lead generation probably will be better if you practice your scripts. Because if you're rehearsed and you sound like you know what you're talking about, what do people do? Oh, call me. You see? Olga, what's something that you put on your list?
Lead generation and morning routine.
Okay, good. Alicia?
CMAs.
CMAs, right? Become more familiar with that market. Yes? Okay. Guys, for me, it's all of it. No. But my point being is, if you do that just a little bit, what happens? If you do that and you focus on that area for 30 days, for you scripts, for you lead generation, focus on that for 30 days, what's going to happen? It's going to improve. You know, it's interesting, and I'm going to use this as an example for Olga. Olga's been getting in front of the camera a little bit lately. Have you guys noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? What's the response been?
Good.
People are loving that Olga is on the camera. They're tired of seeing my ugly face on all the damn Caldwell Banker videos. So,
And I started doing differently, like when you said that you can't put everything the business on your personal website,
Right.
Personal page, and I just changed that.
Put it on
said,
Caldwell
put it on
Banker.
Caldwell Banker, which is great.
well, guys, and I heard this. You've heard this through Tom Ferry. I heard this again through a video I was watching last night. All the content people are taking in, they're not reading anymore. What are they doing?
Video.
They're playing a video. So if you're playing that video of whatever, an open house or things, how to negotiate an offer better or whatever else, guess what? People are absorbing that. And what are you becoming? You're becoming the expert, right? Some people might even consider me being an expert, guys. And when they say that, I cringe. I'm like, I'm not even close. I still have so much further to go. But compared to the average real estate agent, people really think I know what I'm talking about. So your gap analysis, guys, for the next 30 days, look at the 1 or 2 areas that can help you out the most. And work on it for the next 30 days, every day. And what happens at the end of the 30 days?
Find something else you can
Yeah.
set and improve.
Do another gap analysis and see what you can improve on. All right. So that being said, we're going to jump into Tom Ferry video. Oh, we can end that, Marcus. I just wanted that for